Welcome to OLD Buddhist philosophy. Have you ever felt mentally drained, unsettled, or overwhelmed by the constant ups and downs of life? Some days it feels like your mind is carrying the weight of the world, tangled in worries, uncertainties, and things that didn't go according to plan. The stress from work, responsibilities at home, challenges in relationships, or unfulfilled dreams, they all seem to cloud our peace of mind. Are you yearning for a deeper sense of calm, a peaceful inner space that remains steady no matter what life throws your way? If so, you're not alone, and you're in the right place. Today, we'll explore timeless wisdom that has guided countless individuals towards serenity, the golden principles inspired by the teachings of the Buddha. Buddhism, beyond being a spiritual path, offers a practical and transformative guide to navigating life with clarity, kindness, and calm. These teachings are elegantly simple, yet incredibly profound. They help us loosen the grip of suffering, nurture our inner compassion, and fully embrace the present moment. In this video, I'll take you through 5 golden principles that illuminate the path to inner peace. From the art of letting go and releasing the emotional baggage we carry, to embracing patience in a world that often tests it, and from discovering contentment in what we already have to understanding the beauty of impermanence and opening our hearts through compassion, each principle is a window into a richer, more peaceful life. By realizing that nothing in life is permanent and that everything is in constant motion, we begin to free ourselves from unhealthy attachments and emotional struggles. Through compassion, we don't just heal others, we heal ourselves. Are you ready to begin this journey inward, to rediscover peace that's already within you? Let's walk this path together, and if you find these insights meaningful, support the channel by liking this video, sharing it to uplift others, and subscribing to Life Lessons for more content that nurtures the soul. Let's begin. Have you ever felt burdened by the weight of old memories, regrets, or persistent worries? Maybe it's unresolved conflict with someone close, stress from work, or even your own expectations that keep replaying in your mind like a loop. These emotional burdens can make our inner world feel heavy, leaving little room for peace or joy. But what if we could release this weight, not by ignoring it, but by consciously letting go? Letting go is a deep and liberating practice rooted in Buddhist philosophy. It's not about walking away from responsibilities or pretending everything is fine. Rather, it's about freeing ourselves from the mental and emotional patterns that create unnecessary suffering. It means loosening the grip we have on our past, our fears, and our need to control the uncontrollable. Much of our inner turmoil comes not from life's challenges, but from our attachment to how we think things should be. We cling tightly to past experiences, to old wounds, to imagined futures that may never arrive. This attachment keeps us caught in cycles of stress, regret, and dissatisfaction. When we begin to release what no longer serves us, we make space for peace to enter. Think of your mind like a garden. You cannot plant new seeds of peace, joy, and clarity if the soil is choked with weeds of resentment, fear, and overthinking. Imagine carrying a heavy bag full of rocks every single day. Each rock represents a worry, a grudge, or an unfulfilled expectation. Over time, the weight becomes exhausting. Letting go is choosing to put that bag down, not because you're weak, but because you finally understand you don't need to carry it anymore. Expectations are another subtle burden we often don't notice. We expect people to treat us a certain way, expect situations to unfold perfectly, or expect ourselves to always be strong and successful. But life is unpredictable. The more we try to force our expectations on the world, the more disappointment we create. Peace comes when we loosen our grip and learn to accept what is, not with resignation, but with wisdom and grace. Comparison is yet another weight we carry. It's so easy to look at someone else's life and feel we're falling short. We measure our progress by someone else's success, beauty, or happiness. But this constant measuring drains us of joy. Each person walks a different path with unique experiences, strengths, and struggles. By letting go of comparison, we reclaim our focus and reconnect with our own journey, one that is just as valid and meaningful. Letting go doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we stop attaching our happiness to things outside of our control. It means we acknowledge our pain, then release it with love and intention for our own healing. You don't need to make a dramatic change to begin. Start with small steps in everyday life. When something upsets you, pause and breathe before reacting. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Often the answer will guide you toward letting it pass. Practice mindfulness. Give yourself even 5 minutes a day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts without judgment. This creates awareness and helps you see what you're holding on to. Forgiveness is another powerful tool. Let go of old grudges, not for the other person's sake, but for your own peace of mind. Forgiveness is not approval. It's liberation. It's choosing not to let pain from the past keep you prisoner in the present. And don't underestimate the power of your physical space. Declutter a corner of your room or your desk. Release items you no longer need. As you clear your environment, you'll notice your mind begins to feel lighter too. Letting go invites stillness. It invites clarity. It brings your attention back to the present moment, the only place where peace truly exists. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to rush. Just begin with gentle awareness and trust that your heart knows the way to peace. If these words speak to you, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe so we can continue walking this path together. One step, one breath, one moment at a time. Have you ever felt that rising tension when life doesn't unfold the way you imagined? Maybe a plan fell through, someone let you down, or unexpected delays threw off your entire day. That irritation, that restlessness, it's something we've all felt. In those moments, peace seems out of reach, and we find ourselves reacting with frustration or even anger. But what if, instead of reacting, we simply paused and allowed ourselves to respond with patience? Patience isn't about waiting silently while gritting your teeth. It's about allowing life to unfold in its own time and embracing each moment with understanding rather than resistance. It's about stepping back, taking a breath, and letting go of the urgency to control everything. In our fast-paced world, we've grown accustomed to speed. We want quick results, instant replies, immediate solutions. But the natural rhythm of life doesn't always work that way. When we rush, we often miss the subtle beauty of the moment, the lesson, the growth, the grace in simply being still. It's easy to become frustrated when things feel slow or people don't act as we hoped. But every delay, every pause, every detour is an invitation to reflect, to grow, to practice calm. Patience teaches us not to force life, but to flow with it. And in our relationships, patience becomes even more essential. People come with their own histories, fears, and complexities. When we react with impatience, we often add more pain than healing. But when we pause and respond with empathy, we create space for understanding, connection, and transformation. Next time you feel tension rising, try this simple practice. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, and silently say to yourself, "This too shall pass." Most of the things that upset us are temporary. They come and go, like clouds passing through the sky. We don't need to chase them, fight them, or hold on to them. We just need to observe and let them drift. Building patience isn't something that happens overnight. It's a quiet, intentional practice that you grow day by day. Begin with the small moments. When you're stuck in traffic, when someone takes longer to understand, when plans change. In those moments, remind yourself, peace is more valuable than control. Let go of the idea that everything needs to go perfectly. Life has its own timing, and sometimes what feels like a delay is actually a gift, a space to learn something deeper, something more lasting. When we embrace patience, we soften. We stop pushing against life and instead allow it to teach us. We become gentler with ourselves and with others. And in that gentleness, peace naturally arises. If this message feels meaningful to you, feel free to like the video, share it with someone who may be struggling, and subscribe so you can continue exploring the quiet power of inner peace, one moment at a time. Have you ever reached a milestone and still felt like something was missing? Perhaps you've achieved a goal, earned recognition, or bought something you deeply wanted, yet the satisfaction didn't last. That lingering feeling of not enough can quietly haunt us, even when it seems like we have every reason to be content. We live in a world that constantly urges us to chase more success, more wealth, more recognition. It's easy to fall into the cycle of always wanting the next thing, thinking happiness lies just around the corner. But what if peace isn't found in getting more, but in appreciating what's already present? Contentment is a quiet strength. It doesn't mean giving up or settling. It simply means choosing to focus on what brings lasting joy rather than fleeting excitement. When we practice contentment, we stop measuring our worth by what we lack and start recognizing the abundance already in our lives. Think about the small moments that bring a smile, a warm cup of tea, a kind word, the presence of someone who truly listens. These are the treasures we often overlook while chasing something bigger. But these simple moments are where joy actually lives. Gratitude is at the heart of contentment. Each day offers something to appreciate, even on difficult days. A breath of fresh air, a quiet moment to rest, the fact that you're here, still growing, still learning. When we start seeing these things with fresh eyes, we realize happiness has been around us all along. We just needed to notice. Comparison is another thief of joy. When we constantly measure our lives against others, we forget that everyone has their own struggles, their own timing, their own story. True peace comes when we stop looking outward for validation and begin honoring our own path. You don't need to wait for your life to be perfect to feel content. Start now. Look around. What is working? What do you have that once you wished for? What small thing today made you feel a bit lighter, a bit more at ease? Living with contentment is like exhaling after holding your breath for too long. It's a release, a return to the present moment. It frees you from the chase and brings you into a space of stillness and enoughness. So as you move through your day, pause now and then. Whisper a quiet thank you, not because everything is perfect, but because you're learning to see the beauty in what already is. That's where true peace begins. And if this perspective helps you breathe a little easier, go ahead and share it forward. It may be the message someone else needs too. Change can feel unsettling. One day everything seems to be in place, and the next, life takes an unexpected turn. A relationship shifts, a job ends, plans unravel, and suddenly the ground beneath your feet no longer feels steady. It's natural to want stability. We often wish things would stay the same, especially when they feel safe and familiar. But the truth is, everything in life is constantly changing. Nothing remains fixed forever. This understanding, known as impermanence, is one of the most transformative teachings in Buddhist wisdom. While it may sound unsettling at first, learning to accept impermanence actually frees us. It allows us to stop clinging so tightly to people, moments, and outcomes, and instead appreciate things while they're here. Think of the seasons. Each one comes and goes, bringing its own beauty and challenges. Life is much the same. We experience joy, loss, growth, stillness, and none of it stays permanently. When we accept that everything is temporary, we begin to live more fully in the now. Clinging to the past or fearing what's next only deepens our suffering. But when we trust that change is part of the natural rhythm of life, we let go of resistance. We stop fighting against what's happening and instead allow ourselves to move with life, not against it. This doesn't mean we become passive or indifferent. It means we hold things more gently. We cherish people and experiences, knowing they are precious precisely because they won't last forever. And when difficult times come, we remember this too will pass. Facing change with acceptance helps us become more resilient. We adapt, we learn, we grow, and we find beauty even in life's transitions, a strength that only comes from understanding that nothing is meant to remain the same. So the next time life shifts unexpectedly, take a breath. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try gently saying, "This is part of life." Trust that even in uncertainty, peace is still possible, not because things are certain, but because you've chosen to meet change with grace. And if these words bring a sense of comfort or clarity, consider sharing them. Someone else might be in the middle of change right now, quietly needing this reminder too. There's something deeply powerful about a simple act of kindness. Maybe it was a stranger holding the door open when your hands were full, or a friend checking in just when you needed it most. These small moments often stay with us longer than we expect, because compassion leaves a lasting imprint on the heart. In Buddhist teachings, compassion isn't just about helping others, it's a profound way of living. It teaches us to see beyond ourselves, to understand that everyone carries burdens, and to respond to life not with judgment, but with empathy and care. In a world that often feels fast-paced and self-focused, compassion becomes a quiet form of strength. It softens anger, it heals wounds, and most importantly, it connects us to something larger than ourselves, our shared human experience. When we choose compassion, we don't just change someone else's day, we transform our own. Studies in modern psychology support what ancient wisdom has long known. Acts of kindness reduce stress, increase feelings of connection, and lead to greater happiness overall. Compassion isn't about being perfect. It's not always grand gestures. Sometimes it's choosing to listen without interrupting, offering patience when someone makes a mistake, smiling at a stranger, or forgiving someone, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Each of us has the ability to make the world a little gentler, and it starts with how we treat those around us. Whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, we can always choose to be kind, to show understanding, to extend grace. And just as important, compassion includes yourself. We are often our own harshest critics, but true compassion recognizes that we, too, are worthy of care and forgiveness. Speak to yourself with the same kindness you offer others. Living with compassion doesn't just brighten the world around you, it brings peace within. Because when your heart is open, your mind is calm. And when you focus on giving love instead of guarding yourself from pain, you realize how much goodness there truly is to experience. So take a moment today. Check in with someone. Offer kindness where it's needed. And as you do, notice how it changes you too. If this message resonates with you, consider sharing it. Let's keep spreading warmth, empathy, and the gentle power of compassion, one small act at a time. As we come to the end of this journey, take a quiet moment to pause and reflect. We've explored timeless principles inspired by Buddhist wisdom, each one offering a path toward deeper peace, clarity, and contentment in your life. Letting go taught us that we don't have to carry every burden. We can release the past, loosen our grip on expectations, and allow space for calm and clarity to arise. Patience reminded us that not everything needs to be rushed, that when we respond to life with understanding instead of frustration, we create harmony instead of conflict. Contentment showed us that joy isn't found in chasing more, but in noticing what's already here, in simple gratitude, in the beauty of the ordinary. Embracing impermanence helped us see that nothing lasts forever, and that's okay. Change is not something to fear, but something to flow with. It teaches us to live more fully in each moment. And finally, compassion brought us home to the heart. It reminded us that true peace blossoms when we care, not just for others, but for ourselves too. That kindness is the thread that weaves meaning into our lives. These are not just ideas to be remembered, but practices to be lived. Each day offers new chances to let go, to be patient, to appreciate, to accept, and to be kind. And as you walk forward with these gentle teachings, may they guide you toward a more grounded, peaceful, and fulfilling life. Real happiness doesn't come from fixing the world outside. It begins with transforming how we see and respond to the world within. Thank you for being here, for taking this time to explore what truly matters. If any part of this touched your heart or offered clarity, consider sharing it with someone who may need it too. And if you wish to continue walking this path of growth and wisdom, stay connected, because this is only the beginning. Your journey toward inner peace is unfolding, one breath, one moment, one kind choice at a time.